I've been on a hunt for a type of photo paper that you can just print and cut without lamination. Frankly, I've been very tired with the whole lamination process, and that's why I got these papers. This is a 300 GSM matte photo paper from Red River Paper. Try to say that name 3 times. I'm gonna call them RRP from now on. Alright, what we got going on here is we actually have a Polar Matte 330, and we have a Red River Glossy Duo 320, and then we have this all natural 250. Now the reason why I got this 250 is just because the thickness alone from the paper is very close to the MTG official card. Now these ones I got specifically because the paper density is very close to what MTG has. Now, in terms of thickness, I think these two might be just a little bit thicker. If you are purchasing papers and testing papers at home, there's only 2 measurements I think you need to know. Now, the first one is GSM. You hear me talking about this a lot. Now, it stands for grams per square meter. It is used to describe the density of our paper. GSM doesn't equal the thickness of individual card. It only describes the density of the paper. So 330 is denser than 320. It's denser than 250. So on and so forth. Now, the second thing you need to know will be the MIL. Now the MIL in paper refers to the thickness of paper. So 1 mil equals 1,000 of an inch. Now to give you an example, 12 mil equals 0.3048 millimeter. Now that's very close to the actual thickness of our MTG card. Now obviously the finish of the paper will be your personal preference. I have matte, we have glossy. Let's open one up. Alright, this is perfect. I love when they include all the specification of the paper on this sheet right here. The 330 GSM is about 88 pound and in thickness is about 15 mil. So that equates to about 0.38 millimeter, which is on the thicker side. I'm assuming to be able to achieve 330 GSM, you kind of have to have that thickness for photo paper. The 320 GSM is just a little bit lighter than this one right here. Now the difference is basically non-existent. Besides the finish, this is glossy, this is matte. Now over here, the 250 GSM, now this is interesting because this paper right here is 13.5 mil. Now 13.5 mil relatively equals 0.34 millimeters. So this is going to be the closest to, in terms of thickness, to our MTG cards. It's my first time seeing a photo paper that's like this. It is quite thick, but the finish is quite nice. It's very smooth for matte finish. It really comes down to your personal preference and the trade-off you're willing to give. Now, if you don't mind the thickness of these cards, then get them, print, and cut. Then you're ready to go with the proxy. You don't even need to do lamination, which, again, it consumes a lot of time. Okay, let's take a look real quick. Right here, I have a trimmed version of the matte paper, which is 330 GSM. Okay, I have no complaint whatsoever about the image quality. This is pretty cool, not gonna lie. The finish, super smooth, but everything, color, detail, including text, they're very sharp. It's just a very beautiful looking product right here. Now, I did have some issue printing with, these thicker paper where you can see, I trimmed this so it's easier for me to demonstrate. But as you can see right here, this sheet is not printed straight. This is the glossy 320 GSM. The same thing happened to the matte version of it as well. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I'm pretty sure I just need to tweak a couple of settings with the Epson, turn on a thicker paper setting, then we should be fine. Now, what I do want to say is with the 330 or the 320 GSM paper, you are good to go. Really, you don't need lamination. You just print this right here, what I have in my hand. You can just sleeve this. In terms of a direct comparison to the regular MTG card, it is, the rigidity is there. I mean, it's not as springy. That would be the word I'm using, because this is almost like a plasticky feeling, due to the core in the middle. But again, this is just paper without core in the middle. Oh, by the way, they are a double-sided photo paper as well, so you can print on both sides. So again, the only trade-off with printing on thicker paper will be actually the thickness, because this come out to be closer to 0.4. The regular MTG card is actually 0.3 millimeter. So I mean, some people double sleeve their deck, and then their deck is as tall as their water bottle. If you don't really struggle with that, then I think this will be a really good way to go at this stage until we have a core photo paper. Then you can print directly onto this, or even the glossy version. I personally prefer the matte version of it. It feels so nice. It really is a premium feeling. You know how they call it the premium matte, whatever presentation photo in the setting. Now, I was a little disappointed with the 200 something GSM thinner. Well, it's supposedly the same thickness as the MTG card, but again, it's too soft for me personally. And I'm sure a lot of y'all out there are like me, where when you play with your MTG card, you tend to fidget, you tend to, bend the card, move it around. That's me, right? That's me. So the feeling of the proxy actually plays a huge part of the playing experience to me as a player. I do need something that's a little bit more rigid, has a little bit more play to it. So when I'm playing, I actually feel the card. All that to say, I know there's people who print on A4 paper and then play with those. I'm not complaining. I haven't seen those people complain. So comes down to personal preference. If you are getting a thicker photo paper, get the matte version. And then your compromises will only be the thickness. The plus side is you print once, you cut once, and then you are good to go. You can sleeve them and then play. We have the matte on the left, we have the glossy on the right, side-by-side comparison. I actually personally prefer the matte version more than the glossy version. So yeah, this can serve as a very good alternative for people who do not want to laminate, who hate the hassle. If you are currently in the market for a printer, or if you're new in the proxying game, I'm gonna lay it out very simply for you. There's inkjet printer, laser printer, and UV printer. Now, depending on your budget, the most budget-friendly, most functioning-friendly, maintenance-friendly option will be inkjet printer, and for most people that will be good enough. We're only waiting for this key product, the core photo inkjet compatible paper, to come out. Then that will complete the inkjet printer process. Basically, you just print and cut, which is probably the best you can get in terms of homemaking proxy, right? And then we have the laser printer. Now, the situation with laser printer currently is, if you want to get into laser printer, you do have to invest a little bit more money getting a high-end laser printer that produce high image quality. Now, the benefits of using laser printer, if you have the budget, is that it's simple because you already have an existing product, the core cardstock. You can just buy that, use laser printer, and print and cut, good to go. Now, the issue with laser printer is it is going to cost a little bit more to maintain the printer, as well as purchasing the ink cartridges, right? Now, we have the UV printer, which is extremely high-end, completely different technology. It costs about $3,000 to get one printer, but once you get that printer, you can print on any material you want, right? So you can also print varnish. I'm talking about actual pattern on the card that you can actually have it be 3D. So I have seen UV printed proxies, not in person, but I've seen, Strider Forge, for example, on TikTok. Shout out to them. They being, ahead of the game and then doing UV proxy. They all look fantastic. The 8500 will be good enough for the long run. I recommend you to pick up a inkjet printer. Now, whether that's budget tier, mid tier, or high end, I honestly recommend you to get the 8500 if you have the budget. That printer will last you for a very, very long time. At that point, you're just waiting on this key product, the core cardstock that's compatible with inkjet printer, which I have a feeling it's gonna come out soon. And then you will have a beautiful homemaking proxy setup.